Still pouring out. Here is my sketch for what we're going to do for the transom. My initial sketch is the back of the boat, motor bracket. 2x4 is coming off like this. The support here, I measured, it needs to have 3.5 inches exposed above the top because the bolts come through at about 3 inches down, so that way I can bolt it on the outside and not inside the box. And this will be a plywood skin. After I did that, I looked at the support structure. What we're going to want to do is, you see here's the wood frame inside. We're going to have plywood that comes up the side here, and then it'll come across the top and then down into that diagonal. It'll probably come out about 1 foot. And then it'll tie back in flat, so that way we'll have a gusset here holding the top of the motor mount in place. And then when I was looking at it, trying to figure out how we need to assemble it, what we'll do is this here, the wide part, is the face of a 2x4. The narrow, this part here, is the narrow part of the 2x4. So we'll take the 2x4s, run them across off the transom, put a 2x4 faced out, face against the ends of these, and then screw it in there, so that way we'll have plenty of structure to tie the support in on the back. We'll build 2 of these, and then they'll be tied together by the plywood, because there'll be plywood going completely across the back, plywood at the sides here, plywood sheeting across the top, and on the back end here we'll add one more face-mounted 2x4 so we can screw it into the transom the other way. One way or the other with the screws going through to hold it in. And then with the plywood that's going to come all the way off the deck across the top of this. And then the plywood is going to come across here up against the side of the boat, and then we're going to glass that in probably with a couple strips of cloth, maybe use some of that heavy duty cloth I got, and that'll tie it all into the boat really well. So that's what we're going to start cutting and forming up the pieces. Still raining on and off. We have the outer brackets made now. My next plan is to get a couple of temporary cross bracings in it so I can keep everything nice and square, and then we'll start cutting out the plywood to skin the outside of it. I was just getting ready to start a video and say, well, the rain finally stopped, and it just started pouring again. But what I was going to come in and show you is I have the motor box extension, whatever we're going to call it, pretty much done. I made one minor measurement mistake, and I may end up correcting it. I didn't take into account that I was putting plywood on the bottom, and when I measured for the distance from here to here, I was thinking 1.5 inches for a 2x4, when I actually had them on face, so it should have been 3.5 inches. So instead of being 10 inches from here to here, like I originally wanted, we're at 15 inches, which still fits the back of the boat. The only problem is 15 inches comes down to right about here. And if you look inside the boat, from here down to here is around 13 inches. So if I want to keep the drain plug up on top of this part of the boat in here, it would be draining right inside the box. So my 2 choices are shorten the box up or drop part of this area in here down and make sort of a sump for the water to go to. And I actually think I may do that, because then I can have a place to put the bilge pump and it'll be down and out of the way. And I think I'm also going to shorten the box a little bit, because I think 15 inches might be just a little bit too high. It shouldn't be too hard to do. All I have to do is unscrew the wood that's there, and then all I have to do is unscrew it all, and then each side just take a few inches off here, and then take a few inches off the back side and a few inches off each of the sides here, then everything will just shift up. So I think I may end up doing that. Right now I'm going to pick up tools. I've had enough of being out here in the rain. It's getting wet on the inside. You can see all this sawdust is stuck to the side of the tarp there, and I constantly rub up against that, so my whole backside is wet and covered in sawdust. So that's it for now. Maybe this afternoon when all this crap stops, we'll pick up where we left off. Well, I was thinking about the motor pod the other day, and something occurred to me. I have this designed so this is going to be level with the water, which means it's out of square here. When you put a motor on, the motor bracket is actually square. So this needs to be square from here to here. So I'm going to take the saw, zip across the top of this guy, using the back part here as a guide, and get this squared back off. I'm also going to have to look, I don't know if I'm going to be able to skin the inside of this or not, and still get the motor bracket to fit. I may have to put just a piece of 1/4 inch plywood over the front. Most of the strength is going to come from this 3/4 inch piece on the back. And then the strength pulling from the boat will be when I put the deck on the boat, and it'll come all the way out from the side of the boat over here, and it'll curve right in through here. So we'll have pulling strength diagonally across to the top deck of the boat, and then we'll also have the pulling strength of this little gusset piece down the side here.